Hello everyone, Sodhi from CAAN Wings Consultants. I'm going to give you a wrap up for the month of July in this video as to what all happened in terms of the skills assessments, in terms of the state nominations, and in terms of the visas. So first of all, let's talk about the skills assessment. Now, as you do know that vetassess is the largest assessment body, and a lot of people have been kind of struggling to push their applications through the priority processing. People are obviously keen to route their applications through priority processing, which gives you a skills assessment outcome in just 10 business days. However, since vetassess had a limited quota of 80 applications per day, they had a window that would open up for about 5 or 6 minutes or even less than that at about 3 a.m. according to Indian Standard Times. So it was very inconvenient to be lodging these applications. However, this problem has been absolutely taken care of. From 31st of July, you will no longer have to wake up in the middle of the night or morning, whatever, to lodge your application. You can submit your priority processing application anytime. Now, there are a lot of people who have some misconceptions about what's changing on the 31st of July. They're probably thinking the priority processing is being shut down from 31st July. No, it is actually on the contrary. Along with that, I'd also like to share that the vetassess is also going to ensure that those who have an urgent need for getting a skills assessment are entertained and are able to submit a priority processing application. And those with urgent need are people whose English proficiency scores are expiring in about 8 weeks, those who have already received an invitation to apply for a nomination, or those who are going to lose points turning 33, 40 and so on. So that's good news for all of you, because now you can make sure that even if you have not started your process yet, there are systems available where you will be properly taken care of. Now let's come down to the nomination part. So we do expect the states to roll out their migration occupation list and criteria and so on the 1st of July, but there's been some sort of a delay so far. The states are yet to receive their quotas from the DHA, though the DHA is decided on the number of visas that are going to be issued. Probably the states are yet to get how many places they are allowed to nominate. But I do also think that probably somewhere this information is already being communicated to the state, because 2 weeks back the state of Canberra, ACT, did issue invitations for nominations to some of our clients, and those clients have of course already put up their applications with the ACT. And I do believe that the state of NSW is going to be again very active in nominating, and we perhaps may get to see NSW giving out far more nominations than it did in the year 22-23. So you have a lot to look forward to there. Lastly, let's talk about the visas quickly. From this week itself, the DHA has actively started issuing the visas. So I do know that they're working on the visa grants, visa decisions. We did get a visa for an applicant who had applied as a subsequent entrant. A subsequent entrant is somebody whose, let's say, partner has already gone there, or let's say a parent who's already migrated and the children are left behind. They want to be included. So these visas for 491 applicants, subsequent entrant, 491 visas have been granted in 3 months' time. We have had 489 pending visas being granted. We also have had 491 non-priority occupations being granted their visas this week itself. And most interestingly, we've had a visa for an applicant who is a healthcare professional, complementary health therapist to be very precise, an occupation usually nominated by BAMS doctors. And this visa was granted in just 28 days. So I do know when you look up the timeline, estimated processing time for 491 visa offshore applicants, it does say so many months to so many months. So how did they end up granting the visa in just 28 days? Well, this is it. I mean, Australia migration is always full of surprises. So despite the timeline stating something entirely different, the visas can be granted pretty soon depending upon the occupation and on a case-to-case basis. And yes, we have received a visa for an applicant whose application was lodged on 28th of June and the visa was granted on 26th of July. So I think I've pretty much caught up on all the 3 stages of migration. I'm pretty sure we have lots of news to cover in times to come, because now Australia is going to be in the full swing mode, I guess, from the first week of August. So let's meet you then again. Until then, if you have any queries, do feel free to get in touch with us for free assessment eligibility of your chances of migrating to Australia. Call us on 78498 or feel free to write to us on enquiries@caanwings.com or caanwings@gmail.com. We'll be happy to look at your profile and give you a free assessment eligibility assessment advice. Until next time, bye bye and take care.